What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of KozMatt's Wrestling Recap. Let's get right into a very entertaining episode of Monday Night Raw. What did you think of the show,
It
Matthew?
was all about champions, man. It made everybody look good. I think booking was really strong tonight. Nonetheless, the way they opened up the show to the way they ended the show, it made everything feel important. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. So the opening of Raw was cool. Adam Pearce actually welcoming Rhea Ripley. I didn't think this was going to be the open to the Raw, regardless, but basically presenting her with a new women's championship. So it looks just like Seth's championship, but with a white strap, basically. So for the women, which I understand, but I love how it actually looks badass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely a lot better than Asuka's for sure. I think the white leather around it definitely makes it look better.
Yeah. I think so. I'm excited to see what they'll do with I think the tag team championships. But we'll get into that later on the night. So actually, after this, Dominik Mysterio comes out, but before he could say anything, Cody actually comes out and kind of stuns the crowd. You know what I mean? I didn't really expect this. So him and Dominic, excuse me, trading some insults. Of course, Dom was getting serious heat, and it was really cool. But the way that this segment actually got close to a close. The Miz actually showed up to, I think it was attack Rollins from behind, and then Cody Rhodes saw it all coming. Dominic used a distraction to take a cheap shot. This match was good. I don't know if I even got into this. Dominic Mysterio taking on or the Miz taking on Cody Rhodes. Miz is just eating up everything, dude, and it I feel so bad for the guy, but he sold Cody Rhodes well, but a nice, I think it was a Cody cutter he got for the win. But Miz, he's like a Ziggler, you know what I mean? But he does it with a lot more, enthusiasm.
Yeah, it just puts over talent, man. I think
Yeah.
this was a great segment to open up the night. The crowd was booing the heck out of Dominik Mysterio. It was great. Rhea Ripley with that new championship. And then to top it all off, we had Cody Rhodes challenging Dominik Mysterio to a match at Money in
I
the
think
Bank.
that's made official. So I thought we were gonna get a Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes part three or whatever, but I don't know if that's actually gonna happen.
I think they're waiting for that for SummerSlam.
I believe so. They're gonna make us wait, and then they're gonna come back with Brock Lesnar, and everybody's gonna go ape shit. Like we didn't see that coming. Next, it was a good matchup between the man Becky Lynch versus Chelsea Green. I mean, these two mesh really well together. The match, all in all, wasn't crazy. Sonya Deville, I think, arrived mid-match before Green and Lynch, or excuse me, Sonya Deville arrived before their match. So hopefully, getting some TV time for Sonya Deville, especially in this feud. She kind of needs it, man. She really does. She needs a boost in that division. But a decent match. Lynch scored a submission. I think it was a disarm her, tapping out Chelsea Green. But it was a good match with Chelsea nonetheless. I mean, I think she still has some work to do, but I can't complain.
Yeah, me either. She really kind of held her own against the man Becky Lynch. It was a decent match, nothing too crazy. I didn't expect Chelsea to pick up the win, but she didn't look horrible in there with Becky Lynch. So I think this is a step forward for sure.
I think so. I want to step forward too with this team. Let's talk about Damian Priest, right? So him and Matt Riddle have a great matchup nonetheless. I mean, I think Damian Priest throughout the year, 2 years, I think he has become definitely main event caliber.
He's improved so much. He really has.
Yeah, no, he has. So the way that this match went about, it was pretty fun. I really felt this feud. Damian Priest, he got a clean win, but after this is all over, Priest actually passed by Imperium, who were in the aisle, and told them to basically attack Riddle, and that's what happened. But I like the way they're using teams to an advantage. But Damian Priest, I think he needed this W, and Matt Riddle, he's just gonna kind of float away and then come back again.
Absolutely. You know what? These two put on a great match, two great competitors, up and coming stars. And I think Damian Priest, man, he's making a push to that top rung of the WWE, and he's going to be there sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I think so too. And what we saw next, good matchup between Bronson Reed and I think it was Ricochet one-on-one action until I think it was Nakamura who came out. And this match actually needed Nakamura. It's not like it was a horrible matchup, but there's sometimes matches where it just needs somebody to come out, and Nakamura was that person. Actually caused a DQ. He came to attack Bronson Reed, I think, and it caused a disqualification. So they have some business to settle, apparently. And then here's Ricochet that's all pissed off with Nakamura, and they get into altercation backstage. But I think we're gonna slowly see a Nakamura and Ricochet feud. But I think that's a right call for Ricochet, especially with somebody like Nakamura. It'll definitely send him up in that chain.
Absolutely. I think this is a great three-way rivalry almost. We
Mm.
saw this happen last week as well with Bronson Reed getting involved in Nakamura's match. And I just think that we could see also Bronson Reed in the Money
Yeah.
in the Bank match, which I think would be fantastic. There's one more spot left.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if they'll go through with it, but that'll be a nice surprise. What was cool next, actually? I haven't been feeling it, but tonight I'm getting used to it. So Raquel Rodriguez versus Shayna Baszler, half the women's tag team champions. Ronda Rousey was of course, by Shayna's side. A distraction from Rousey. I think it was Baszler was able to steal a win. For Raquel Rodriguez, she just sank herself, especially after I think dropping the titles due to Liv's injury. So she's slowly going down the ladder again, man.
Yeah, hopefully we see Liv come back
Mm.
sooner rather than later. I honestly like that tag team when they held the belts. And
And they had to let go of the championships. I don't know that fucked them up.
it really did, man. And hopefully we see Liv back sooner rather than
Mm.
later, and we see this team back on the top rung of that
I think
women's
so.
tag division.
I think so. Let's go to our next matchup: Chad Gable versus Eric, part of the Viking Raiders. A good match, Valhalla actually ran out to attack Maxine Dupree, who was, of course, ringside for this match. Gable then ended up getting the win with a leapfrog after all the distraction outside. But you know what? It was a nice match with Gable, and the crowd was so behind him.
I love this angle with Maxine Dupree
Mhm.
and the Alpha Academy there. It's just so great. Them
Yeah.
in the backstage segments, it's great. Showing Maxine how to do a hip toss, I think it was backstage with Otis. And I
Oh,
just love these guys. I really do. I hope they continue to get
they're
pushed.
killing it. For what they're being given, they're absolutely killing it. So let's
Absolutely.
let's let's head to our next segment. It was a backstage segment. KO and Sammy and Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser. They actually meet backstage, basically turned into a main event title match tonight. Kevin Owens is just blowing gaskets left and right.
He was ready to fight, man. What is it? Fight
Mm.
Owens fight, and he was ready to go.
Oh, he was ready to go. Fuck, dude. I don't know. I love what Kevin Owens is doing as of late with the blood pressure and all that crap. I don't know. I like how they're tying it in there. It just adds a little more chaos to their characters.
Absolutely.
After that segment, I was just talking to you. It's weird how they went from that backstage segment with Owens and Zayn, right? And then it just was the
Right to the
event.
main event, man. I
Right,
love
right
it. I honestly like it, man. Bring us
there.
right into the action of this tag team championship main event. And what
Yeah,
a match it was.
it was good. The crowd was into it for sure. They needed this wake up. So chops here and there by Gunther, dude. He was crazy nonetheless all night. Just chops down on Sami Zayn's chest. I would not want to get in the ring with him. And I heard there's people backstage that don't want to get in the ring with him just because of his chops.
Dude, they're vicious.
Yeah. So Imperium had the match in their hand, I think, really. It was close, nearly close 3 counts, but
Good back and
Gunther
forth.
just he couldn't keep Sami Zayn down for 3 counts. It happened after like 2 clotheslines or whatnot. But closing off, Riddle actually tries to interfere. I think he just comes down and kind of gets their idea. I don't know. I like what they're doing with Riddle, but it's lacking something, right? But I really thought he was going to get this. I really, really did, but no, they took the L. KO and Sami Zayn ended up taking the W. But you know what? With Riddle in this, him and Gunther, I don't know. That's something I didn't expect, but that's going to be a good match.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? Riddle's just a high flyer, totally action packed
Mm.
chaos when he's in the ring. And Gunther with those chops, man, he'll wear you down. So this has the potential to be a match of the year candidate. And if it comes down the line, I can't wait for it. And certainly the ending to the show was absolutely fantastic. I love these fighting champions. I really do, man. We got some new titles on the show. We got Seth Rollins, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Things are
Oh
looking
yeah,
up on Monday Night Raw.
open challenge, right? Yeah, that's going to be dope.
Here we go, man. Let us know what you guys thought about the show. Always like, comment, and subscribe. And we will probably see you Saturday for a SmackDown recap. Until then, peace out.
Peace.
This has been KozMatt. Thanks for watching.